G'day guys, it's happening again. You all remember how I had to leave Base Camp Bobby for the main reason that there was too many people around. Honestly, I feel like I'm living through a bit of a deja vu here. And so in my efforts to find a new location, I started up a new series and I'm out in all new locations trying some new techniques and trying to find areas that I can base camp at that don't have any human interference whatsoever. Because when we can get to that location, we can do some true Yowie research without any contamination or any people potentially ruining our fun. So you might recall that my new series, Yowie, Finding Australia's Sasquatch, has been launched. We're 2 episodes in and I'm actually going to be heading out and filming some more episodes very, very soon. We found a great new location. It was quite isolated, at least so I thought. I found some really impressive structures very close to camp. There's tree breaks and leaner trees and all sorts of stuff all around. Basically, it would make the perfect base camp. But unfortunately, we have a problem. And I was tossing up whether or not I would even tell you guys about this problem or not, or just, get on with the game and make it out like I meant to do what I need to do now. But it's undeniable we have a problem. And that problem is twofold. The first part of the problem, as I was searching around the area, I happened to stumble across these little green things on the floor. I don't know what it was. I filmed them, as I always do, just, to cover my bases and have things filmed. But I wasn't quite sure what I was actually looking at. I did some research, and it turns out what I'm looking at is wild dog bait, known as 1080. Now this is highly poisonous baits that are left out to kill wild dogs. Unfortunately, they also kill native dingoes, but that's a whole other issue. Now, the presence of these baits confirms that there are wild dogs in the area. However, as a point of interest, I did some research, I made some calls. If you recall in the last video, the mystery holes that I came across, well, turns out they are not wild dog holes. It could be echidna, it could be some other animal, but when I spoke to, I'll keep it very vague, I spoke to someone who, believe me, would know, categorically, unequivocally, would know, said that they appeared to be very unusual. So make of that whatever you will. But there doesn't seem to be any native animal or animal in the general area in general that would dig holes like that. It's a very strange thing that I found. But the problem is, with wild dogs being in the area and 1080 being laid in the area, well, that poison didn't get there on its own. What I'm getting at is that there's going to be rangers through that area. Which it kills the site. It kills the site. If a ranger heads out there once a month even, to check baits, to check for dead dogs, to replace baits, or whatever it might be, 1 person, 100 people, it doesn't matter. It's contamination. I can't do it. So that magnificent site with all that potential, it cannot be a base camp. I can and will return there periodically, but unfortunately, it cannot be a base camp. So people get in the way again. And to say it's a little frustrating, understatement. It's very frustrating, and it's starting to get to me. So what have I done? Well, I've got on good old Google Earth, my friend and my buddy when it comes to picking new locations. And I've spent hours scouring, looking at elevation maps, looking at energy maps, looking at 4-wheel drive tracks, looking at walking tracks, trying to find areas that are A, accessible. I don't want to have to go walking too far because again, when I do these big trips, I'm carrying 3 bags. A food bag, a backpack for my general, and a camera bag. And going on excessively long walks at the moment, it's just not an option. As irritating as that is, it's not an option. I cannot be walking 5 kilometers into my site. I can't do it. So I've found a location that is both remote, relatively flat, has ley line connections and isn't completely remote that I need to walk 5Ks. I can't give too much more information, or someone might be able to piece together the puzzle here. I'm not going to tell you where it is, except that to say it's in the same general area, the area in and around Wadigans. Although I will tell you this, it's not in Wadigans this time. I can tell you that much. So the very next video that I go and film, it's going to be from a whole new location. And this has made me rethink the new Yowie Finding Australia's Sasquatch series a little bit. Every series needs to have a goal, an aim, a finish line. I now believe the point of this series will be both the search for Sasquatch, Yowie, Bigfoot, and the search for a home base. I am going to find the most prime, suitable, damn near perfect spot that there is in that neck of the woods, in that part of the world. If it takes me 5 different locations to hunt it down, so be it. I got a feeling the one I'm going to next, I think it's going to be very good. That could be famous last words. It's getting closer again to where there's been numerous sightings. So those in the know will know the general area I'm discussing. They won't know the location, which is the whole point. I don't want anyone knowing where this is. So, Yowie Finding Australia's Bigfoot is going ahead. I ain't stopping it because of a couple of rangers. But let's just say I'm making more informed choices. I'm moving to areas where rangers won't bother me. I'm moving to areas where people won't bother me. I'm moving to areas where wild dog baiting won't bother me. I think I've picked a winner. But this video was to give you guys an update on my mindset, on what's happening in regards to this new series and the channel in general. If we can find the perfect habituation site location, well, that's huge for the channel. Then we can go into overdrive and really kick this thing off, really put some experiments out there. And then if we can set up a gifting tree that gets some activity, hold onto your hats, things will get so exciting so quickly. So what do you guys think? Again, my hand's been forced. I don't really have a choice. But this is what you got to do. You got to be willing to be flexible and adapt, much like life in general, really. So next week, you will have episode 3 of Yowie Finding Australia's Sasquatch, and I argue it's going to be a cracker. This series is going to just get better and better. And I know where I want to go with it. The only thing that's got to happen is the big man's got to cooperate just a little bit with me, just a little bit. And of course, who knows, right? So thanks for watching. I hope you're up to date on the situation. Let me know what you think. And 2 days from this being filmed, I'm going out to film that 3rd episode of Yowie Finding Australia's Sasquatch. So I'm very, very excited about that little trip. Well, not a little trip, but anyway. All right, so thanks for watching, guys. Signing off, and I'll see you out there. Take it easy. Stay safe. Stay sane. See you guys. Thanks for watching.